Hello students, nice to meet you back. We will solve three problems in case of branch accounts. Vijayalakshmi Trading Company Limited, Bangalore, has a branch at Hubli. The head office pays all expenses of the branch except cash expenses, petty cash expenses, which were met by the branch. All the cash received by the branch was remitted to head office. The following are the transactions between the head office and its branch during the year ended 31/12/18. So students, we have stock at branch on 31/12/17. Kindly read as 1/1/18. It's called opening stock, debit side. Branch debtor on 1/1/18/2000, debit side, opening debtors. Petty cash at branch on 1/1/18/200 is nothing but opening petty cash, debit side. Goods sent to branch during the year 30,000 is nothing but goods received by the branch, debit side. Cash sales will come in credit side because whatever cash branch receives should remit to head office. Credit sales into mark, it will come in debtor account, not in branch account. Cash received by branch from the customer is nothing but cash received from debtor, 16,000 will come in credit side. So this amount should be paid back to head office. Goods returned by the branch, 1000, credit side. Returns from customer, 1500 into mark, it's nothing but sales returns. So sales returns will come in debtor account, not in branch account. Check sent to branch for expenses, 4500 is nothing but check received by the branch for various expenses like salary, rent, petty expenses. So 3000 plus 1000 plus 500, all the three we get 4500. So it will come in debit side. Stock at branch on 31/12/18 will come in credit side. Branch debtor on 31/12/18 will come in credit side. Petty cash at branch on 31/12/18, 300, credit side. All the three are called closing amount. Give journal entry for the above and prepare Hubli branch account in Bangalore branch books to find out the branch profits. To opening stock, to opening debtor, to opening petty cash, to goods received by branch. Then cash received by the branch, check received by the branch for various expenses. Goods returned by the branch, and then we have amount paid by the branch to head office. Then closing stock, closing debtor, closing petty cash. So total the credit side minus the debit side, you get a net profit of 22,400. Students, as I informed you in the earlier stage, there are pair of entry to make the branch account familiar, to make the branch account remember easy. There are pair, jodi. We have opening stock, closing stock, opening debtors, closing debtors, opening petty cash, closing petty cash, goods received by branch, goods returned by branch, check received by the branch, cash paid by branch. So remember this pair of entry so that you don't forget any entry. Okay, let us solve the next problem, students. X Limited, Mysore, opened a branch at Bangalore on 1/1/18. Its branch is instructed to sell the goods both for cash and credit. All cash expenses are to be remitted to head office. Head office is to meet the expenses of the branch. From the following details, prepare branch account in the books of head office and also debtors account. So you have to prepare debtor account compulsory as per instruction in the question. Stock of branch on 1/1/18, 5000 will come in debit side. Petty cash 150 we assume to be opening petty cash, debit side. Furniture 2500 we assume to be opening furniture, debit side. Goods sent to branch, debit side. Goods returned from branch, credit side. Expenses paid by head office, debit side. Cash sent by head office for petty cash 250, debit side. So head office will have sent money for petty cash 250 and other expenses 10,000. So total cash received by the branch 10,250. Payment from the branch. So we have cash sales, credit side. Collection from debtors, credit side. Credit sales into mark, it will not come in branch account, instead it will come in debtors account. Closing stock at branch on 30/6/2018 will come in credit side. And the books of accounts are closed for 6 months ending, students, remember. Closing petty cash credit side, discount allowed to debtor into mark, it will not come in branch account, it will come in debtors account. Depreciate furniture at 10% per annum should be deducted from the closing furniture. But remember student, depreciation should be calculated only for 6 months because the account is closed June. So you should calculate depreciation for 6 months. So you have to prepare debtor account as per instructions in the question. To balance brought down dash, we don't have opening debtors. Then credit sales will come in debit side because we sell, debtor buy, debtor is a customer, so debits the receiver. Discount allowed is an income to debtor, credit side. Cash paid by the debtor, credit the giver, credit side. So you get a closing debtor of 6,700. Now branch account students, to opening stock, to opening petty cash, to opening furniture, to goods received by branch, and amount received by branch from head office 10,250. Then goods returned by branch. Then branch have to pay two amount, cash received from sale and cash received from debtor should be paid back to head office. Closing stock, closing petty cash, closing furniture. From closing furniture, deduct depreciation to 125. How you get 125? 2,500 is the cost of furniture into 10% into 6/12. So you should calculate depreciation only for 6 months. So you get 125. So you get closing furniture 2,375 and then closing debtor 6,700. So you get a net profit of 6,225. Next students, Mysore Trading Company invoiced goods to its branch at cost. Following is a summary of transactions entered into the branch during the year ended 31/12/18. Stock on 1/1/18 7,000 debit side. Debtor on 1/1/18 is nothing but opening debtor 12,600 debit side. Goods sent from head office 26,000 debit side. Petty cash on 1/1/18 200 debit side. Goods returned to head office credit side. Cash sales 17,500 credit side. Credit sales into mark, it will not come in branch account, it will come in debtors account. Allowance to customer into mark, discount to customer into mark. Allowance to customer is nothing but discount allowed. We have again discount to customer 1,400. Then we have bad debts. Then we have goods returned by customer. So 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, all the 4 put in into mark, it will come in debtor account, not in branch account. Next, goods returned by customer is nothing but sales return into mark. It will not come in branch account, it will come in debtors account. Then salary and wages 6,200, rent and rates 1,200, sundry expenses 800. All the 3 expenses will come in debit side because for these expenses head office will pay money to branch. Stock on 31/12/18 6,500 is nothing but closing stock credit side. Cash receipt from debtor 28,500 will come in credit side because whatever cash branch receives should be paid back to head office. Debtor on 31/12/18 9,800 will come in credit side, is nothing but closing debtor. So student, no need to prepare debtor account because they have already given you opening debtor and closing debtor. So no need to prepare debtor account. Then petty cash on 31/12/18 will come in credit side, is nothing but closing petty cash. Ascertain the profit under debtor system and final account. Now branch account students, opening stock 7,000, opening debtor 12,600, goods received by branch 26,000, to opening petty cash 200, and branch have received 8,200 for 3 expenses from head office. Then branch has to pay 2 amount to head office, cash sales and cash received from debtor, totally 46,000. Then goods returned by branch, then closing stock, closing debtor, closing petty cash. Total the credit side minus the debit side, you get a net profit of 9,400. Okay, students. Thank you.